Crazy Penguin teaches you Linux. NickSnoob.com.
Welcome to NickSnoob. I hope you like the less obnoxious intro. In this video, we're going to be talking about WebP, which is a fantastic file format developed by Google. It's great for any kind of web image, UI image. It's supported pretty much everywhere. All browsers support it, and it has all the things you would need for web assets, transparency, animation support, etc. It's just going to make your file sizes a lot smaller with really no visual compression or, noticeable visual compression. I can pull up the web page about it, and I'll just go over here and zoom this in. And so you can see that, and this is just the AI overview. WebP is a modern image format developed by Google that offers both lossy and lossless compression, aiming to be a better alternative for formats like JPEG, PNG, and GIF, offering smaller file sizes and better quality. And then they give a breakdown, features and benefits, smaller file sizes, transparency support, animation support, etc. It's also built into most image applications, so for instance, if we're in GIMP, or I think Krita has built-in support, pretty much all your creative programs are going to have support for it. So I'm just going to come in here, and then we can also just create it from the command line. So coming in here, if I hit F4, it'll bring up my terminal. I'm going to hit F4, make that go away. I'm going to zoom in on some of these images so you can see them. And these are all just AI generated images created with comfy AI. If you'd like to see a video on how to set that up and make AI generated artwork, let me know. I'd be happy to make a video on that. You will need like an NVIDIA GPU for that to work. But so here's an image of a fish, and it is 1.1 meg. And I'm going to just open this with GIMP. And this is the old GIMP. There's a new GIMP 3.0 is out. I haven't installed it under this user profile. But if I go File and then say Export as, even in the old GIMP, they have support for WebP. So if I just go change this to WebP, and say, export, it's going to come up and ask me the image quality. We can choose lossless if we don't want any compression. They've got the alpha quality, the source type, whether we want EXIF data or not. And I'm just going to export it with the defaults. And that WebP is now 120K. So it went from 1.1 meg to 120K. I'm just going to open both of these in a browser so you can see them. So there's the original, and here's the WebP. So I don't know if you can see a difference there. I'm switching between the tabs. I can't see any visual difference at all. And we got about a 10 times compression. So for any kind of web graphics, you should definitely look at using WebP. It's going to make all your web pages load much faster. But so now let's create that from a command line. I'm just going to throw that in the trash, and the command line actually does a better job of compression. Just the default settings that it's set to are optimized to give you really good compression. So to do that, first we need to apt-get So I already have it installed, the latest version. So it's just apt-get install WebP. will give you what you need. The name of the command that you actually run is cwebp for create WebP. So let's open up our folder here. I'm going to do this in a new terminal so I can zoom in, but I could just hit F4 and do it right here. But and we can hit Control Shift F4 to do that. Alrighty. So I'm just going to move this down so we can see the name of that image. I'm in the right place though, so I could just ls and get all the image names. But okay, so we're going to take that same image. I'm just going to do cwebp, the name of the image, and some tab completing that much of it, and then 4, 7, and then underscore 00474. There we go. Tab completing is always good. Make sure you're putting in the right thing, and then the output we would do the same thing. So it's cwebp, the path to the file or the name of the file if you're in the current directory, and then -O for where you want the output to be. In a terminal in KDE, you can just select text and then middle mouse, and it'll paste that whatever text is selected. So not that I want to put this here again, but if I come up anywhere and select text and then middle mouse, it's going to paste that into where the current cursor position is in the terminal, which is really nice. So cwebp, the path to the image, and then -O and what we want it to be called. So I'm just going to change the extension to WebP. Hit enter, and that compressed it. And if we go look at the file size here, that is now 53.6 kilobytes. So when we created it with GIMP, it was 124. Now it's 53. Let's open both of these side by side in a web browser. So here's the WebP version. Here's the original PNG. And again, I can't see any difference, but we got crazy awesome compression. Let's just do another one real quick. Let's do this frog. I'm just going to go properties and copy that path. And then I'm just going to do this down here, F4, cwebp, paste in that path, -O, paste in that path again, and change that to WebP. There we go. We've got a new frog, and it shows us the compression that we got. But this one was 1.2 megabytes. This one is now 47K. So just crazy good compression with WebP. It's a fantastic format. Too bad none of these have transparency, but it does fully support transparency. Let's just open these side by side. Open with Google. Open with Chrome. So here's the WebP. Here's the original. And I'm squinting at this really hard, even in this text and stuff. I do not see any difference. So fantastic image format. Allows you to do a lot more creative stuff on the web that like full page backgrounds of images and stuff that you normally wouldn't want to use just because, it makes your website, take take too long to load. Like WebP is just fantastic. I hope you enjoyed this video on WebP. If you did, make sure you subscribe and give me a like. It helps the channel out a lot. And stay tuned for the next one where I'll show you how to make a magic icon for your desktop that you can just drag images to and create WebP images like that. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.